So the topic of the day is a nation is born stoic and dies epicurean. So first thing first, you need to understand the meaning of the words stoic and epicureanism. So stoic means somebody who endures pain, or masochist, somebody who can remain calm in times of vicissitudes of life. And an Epicurean means somebody who wants to enjoy life today. He wants to experience everything today. He doesn't believe in tomorrow. He believes that everything should happen today. And I think what's happening is most of us today are moving into a lifestyle which is Epicurean in a sense, because everybody there is so much dynamism, there's so much changes which are happening in a life, that because of the unpredictability of life, we pretty much get into this mode of living life today and doing everything today. But the false side of that is that we tend to do less of planning for tomorrow. And planning is important, not because you're going to achieve what you're going to achieve, but planning in general sense is going to give you a direction. And direction is important because otherwise you would simply be doing things without purpose every day, and you will react to things you not know if this is in line with your purpose. Now you could be wrong, you could be right, you could move in the general direction of rightness, and that's fine, but it will be much better strategy to sort of have a general direction and then sort of meander through it, iterate through it on the way, rather than having no strategy towards anything and simply react. Because it's going to be like stock market, if you may, right? Stock market reacts, and it's not the people who react in stock market who make money. It's the people who stay on there, stick on to a stock, buy it when it was low, and then just stay with that stock for perhaps 20-30 years. It's not people who buy the stock, sell it, buy the stock, sell it. I mean, that's with life as well. You got to plan life. You got to have a broad understanding about where you're going. Of course, beyond that, there's nothing you and anybody could do, and that's the fun part of life, that life just happens, and that fun part keeps happening every day. So that's what is called by life is stoic. A nation is born stoic and dies epicurean. And some of the nations which are moving in that direction are the ones who were stoic, whose founding fathers really put in a lot of effort to sort of solidify and consolidate the nation. But as time goes by, people get used to the comforts of the nation. Then they, in a general sense, move on to different things, and they start enjoying life. I think it also applies to a lot of corporate houses where you see that the founders, for example Henry Ford, who founded Ford, or John D. Rockefeller, who founded Standard Oil, or Andrew Carnegie, who started the steel mills of US Steel. So these are the guys who are like first generation entrepreneurs, who really were go-getters and were doing things and building empires. But once they were gone, their children, you not heard about their names, you not heard about any of them doing as much as their fathers did. And that's precisely the case, because the fathers do well, they build an organization, and then the children squander it away because it sort of comes to them in a silver spoon. They don't realize the value of the organization. So that also holds to a nation. Now, one of the nation which has been moving in the direction of being epicurean is the US, and the US predominantly is sort of turning itself into a nation of epicureans and wasted folks. Now, and I'm not saying everybody is like that. I'm not saying that the nation is falling and it's going to go to tatters. But the point is that the mere fact that China rose from where it rose today to becoming the second largest economy in the world is clearly attributed to the fact that the Chinese worked their butt off. They really worked hard, and perhaps they did so because they were not well off. They didn't have the means, so they did really well for themselves over the last 20 years. But on the other hand, once you have the means, look at most of the nations, European nations, whose growth is becoming stagnant. They're not able to move to the next level, and that's kind of a challenge with everybody, and life sort of presents you with that issue all the time. So the point is that if you have to progress in life, you got to think stoic, you got to think long term, you got to think in direction of, you know, keeping your head down and really focusing on what you want to focus on, rather than sort of getting swayed by what's the menu for today kind of approach in life. And that's very important. I also want to sort of touch upon one more point, which is about the rise of social media. Now, think about it. You have Facebook, you got Twitter, you got Snapchat, you got Instagram, you got all these social media, which is great because today everybody is connected to everybody. But the question really is, if these social mediums were not there, now life has definitely gotten enriched because of social media, I'm not saying so, but if they were not there, would we have stopped functioning? Would our economies would have fallen? And the answer is no. But if there were no cars and there were no banking system, our economy would have fallen for sure, and we wouldn't have survived, because those are the fundamental organizations. But look at them today. A bank is not considered the sexiest of the organizations, you know, and Facebook has done so well for itself. And I'm not sort of putting down on Facebook, but I'm saying that a lot of people are wasting their time on Facebook and such frivolous things, living life in a fast forward kind of short format mode, which is nice for a while. I mean, you live life for 70 years, let's say, of that 10 or 20 years. Life is real fun when you live it in the fast forward mode, but it's sort of, there's zero value add to that. So think about it. If you didn't post your next picture on Facebook, what would happen? Nothing would happen. People are not talking to each other. People are not engaging with others except on social media. And that sort of is a reminder of the epicurean world that we live in. And in every way, form and manner, if you live that kind of a life where you're being frivolous, or you're just not sort of thinking deep about a topic and working to achieve excellence in that area, and merely sort of staying shallow, and you just need a job and you just need to sort of survive because you want to get that paycheck, because you want to go at the end of the day, you just simply want to go to the restaurant or the movie theater or the holiday that you have, and you want to enjoy life, and you believe that's life all about. Now, I'm not saying that's not life. I'm only saying that that's not the crux of life. the crux of life really comes in from the fact that you have a purpose for what you're doing. And everybody needs to have a purpose, and you're sort of pursuing that with vigor and passion and discipline. So all of that sort of comes together in our earlier proposition that a nation is born stoic, where there is this fundamental purpose in building the nation, and a nation dies epicurean, where it loses the purpose of its existence, and people are merely sort of meandering through a shallow format of living. So that's what I wanted to talk about today, and it's one of the topics of the day. So thanks everybody, have a great day.